Hello everybody, welcome back. Today is the 2nd of January, last full day in Japan. So I thought, okay, well, it's about 2 in the afternoon, maybe 2:30 or something like that. So I'm just gonna show you around a little bit how, well, a Japanese city looks like. If I'm correct, we are now in Kumagaya, and I'm saying this, not that I don't know where I am, it's more like I don't really know how to pronounce it, or if that's the correct name. I don't know, I might have butchered it. But anyway, you're not here to look at my face. You're here to look at, well, everything else. So this is pretty much, well, a street. If you go that way, then you will find the train station, which we will go to. I guess if you go that way, you'll go to the train station as well. Let me see. We're just going to kind of walk this way. Because I do actually want to show you something in this direction. And then we'll walk the other way and kind of give you a bit of a view of, okay, what do convenience stores look like, what do restaurants look like. Actually, I can show you a restaurant right here. This is a restaurant. Let me see. This is... Well, it's a restaurant. As you can see, these numbers right here, these are yen. So, if you get a closer look here... Yeah. That's all in yen. Now the thing is about Japanese yen. It's the way I usually convert it, and that's a little bit wrong. But the way I do it is you take the Japanese yen, you divide it by 100, and that's give or take the amount of euros. Now I'm used to working with euros, and for US dollars it's a little bit more, but usually what you do, you either add or subtract a little bit after you divide yen by about 100. And then actually the prices are much more reasonable. Now this is the entrance to a mall, I'm suspecting. We'll go through that mall. Let me see, this is one of the stores. Hi! It's my reflection. That's one of the stores for shoes. No, fashion things. I guess like everywhere, anywhere modern anyway, fashion is a big thing here. I see a lot of fashion and clothes stores. Well, just like anywhere else. Now, the thing I kind of want to show you is that. Now, if you see, that is kind of a building or a construction over the road. Now, there are not a lot of them. I wouldn't say that in every intersection you'll find one. But it seems that these things are quite, how would I say this? Numerous. At least a lot more numerous than I'm used to. And literally people are just walking over it. You know, you get on that side and you walk over, then you go back down. Now, of course, this is probably connected to the buildings that are, you know, that building and that building. You can probably, via the bridge, you can access those buildings. Which would make a lot more sense because there's also a zebra path right there. And you can just walk across it, so what's the point? Now, the way you actually know how to actually walk, because you can't just walk, well, you know, no duh. You see that thing? It's counting down. Oh, you know, kind of the same as you would usually think. Except the only thing is, yeah, see, now it turns green. The only thing is, usually, you then actually get, like, little beeps, and you hear beeps. Now, the thing is, those beeps could actually be different. Like, on one side, you hear, like, 2 beeps, and the other side, you hear 1 beep. Maybe that's to help blind people to kind of be like, okay, in that direction they need to go. I don't know. It's something that I noticed. This is, I'm guessing, covered in Christmas lights. Let's look. Are these Christmas lights? Yeah, okay, sure. Christmas lights. Let's go with that. These are, well, movies. I did actually go to see The Force Unleashed, as I may or may not have said. They had pretty much Japanese subtitles, and the rest was just in English. So it depends really on which movie you go to. Like that seems like a Power Rangers movie, and well, Power Rangers is still really big here. Then the movie would probably be all in Japanese, and I don't understand a word of Japanese, so I'm not going to go watch it. Now, of course, this is a very civilized country, so you have a lot of brands that you are probably familiar with, such as Subway. I love Subway. It's so cool. You have 7-Eleven here. 7-Eleven happens to be one of the biggest convenience stores here. If you ever travel to Japan, go to a 7-Eleven. That's the first thing you need to do, because they actually have, pretty much in every 7-Eleven, they have ATMs that accept Visa and MasterCard. So so if you need to get some cash and things like that, that's one of the best ways to do it. Which me and my brother have definitely used, because otherwise we can't pay jack diddly squat here. Let's see. And a lot of people, ATMs, other ATMs actually accept Visa but not MasterCard. So if you work with Visa, that's fine. But if not, okay. Well, you're gonna need to find an ATM. Now, this is pretty much a mall. And like a lot of malls, actually, ow, there we go. Like a lot of malls, I'm gonna switch to my other hand because I've been carrying it for in one hand and it's kind of icky. So like a lot of malls, how do I say this? It's sectioned off, but there's no walls, right? You don't walk into a store. It's just, platforms that you kind of need to step in, right? Like this is just the normal stepping place, and then here you're actually in the store, and that's how a lot of these stores are actually sanctioned. And like I said, a lot of clothing. Now, it might just be that I'm on this particular level, so I'm gonna go another level higher. See what we got there. And let's see. Yeah, I got some rings here. Blah blah blah. Not quite sure what they're doing over there. Oh well. Anyway, up we go. Now, a lot of malls are actually sanctioned into floors. And I'm not sure if you're used to that or not, but apparently here they are. Oh look, it's a pizza place. That is the first pizza place that I've seen here, which is nice, because now I know where to get pizza. Well, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be leaving tomorrow anyway, but you know what I mean. Cafes. Okay, so this seems to be the food section. Now, the thing about food, they do a lot with noodles, they do a lot with rice, they do a lot with fish. Sorry, I can't talk. Fish and seafood. Of course, because it's also an international country, they want to also kind of have a little bit of international foods in there. So they have a lot of fried chicken. You can buy like convenience stores and things like that. You can buy sometimes pizza. If you find one, maybe a good burger. They have McDonald's here, so don't worry. And it's just, there's a lot of different food, but most of it is actually to do with rice, noodles, and fish. With a bit of beef now and again, chicken teriyaki, and pork. But the biggest thing, meat-wise, is fish. Which makes sense because Japan is actually a big, well, pretty much a giant island. Actually, no, it's a collection of islands. And the, well, I mean, since most of it's surrounded by water anyway, and especially in the northern parts, like Hokkaido, the island of Hokkaido, which is the big island just above the Japanese mainland. It's still part of Japan, but you know what I mean. Okay, there is nothing on this floor. Well, okay, that, but I'm not going to go there. But because most of Hokkaido is actually surrounded by water, and it's also much smaller, it's a very good place to actually, buy fish. A lot of fishing villages there. Otaru, where I was also a pretty big fishing village, or city. It's not a village, it's a city. And they're very big with fish there. Now, I'm going to go downstairs. Okay, I've been recording for about 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to get out of this mall, and then I will see you when I'm out, alright? Okay, we're back. Now, the mall we go. Alright, so let's keep on going. Now, this thing is a couple of floors high. There, that's much better. A couple of floors high, so that we pretty much went to a whole bunch of floors and kind of saw all that it had to offer. Like I said, it's very sanctioned off by Floor. So, but anyway, let's see. Okay, during the night, and I probably won't show it, but this structure here, that's pretty much all Christmas lights, which is kind of nice. They are pretty big in Christmas lights here. I don't know if they really celebrate it as or for religious purposes. Oh wait, no, actually they don't. That's kind of funny. The way that they celebrate the holidays here is a little bit different than they do in places that I've been to. Now the thing is, let me see. Christmas Eve is more I wouldn't say based, more meant for couples, you know, Valentine's Day and things like that. And since that's the case, Christmas isn't really that big of a deal. It is a holiday and people are like, oh yeah, it's Christmas, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Now the thing is, New Year's Eve is a big deal. That's a very big deal, actually. That's kind of like their Christmas or their Thanksgiving, you know, or at least of that level. I'm not quite sure how they do with New Year's Day, but New Year's Eve is the one that is very important for the Japanese. Ooh. Okay, we gotta go in there. If you ever want to be in a... oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, okay. I was almost run over by a car, almost. Okay, but if you've ever wanted to be in an anime store, or a manga store, or whatever, you're about to. Oh yeah, that's a big thing too. Okay. Wanna have fun? Search to your heart's content. Books, magazines, books, posters, you got, like little memorabilia and things like that. If you don't know, the Japanese are huge on manga and anime. Absolutely huge, just huge. And yeah, books. Lots of books everywhere. Books. Like, literally, you can walk into any bookstore and you will have a huge section that is only used for things like manga and anime. Now, the thing about manga and anime, if you don't know the difference, manga is actually reading and anime is actually the TV show. Or as in, you know, the general genre, right? So, if you ever say, oh yeah, I'm reading anime, then I know some people that would that wouldn't take kindly to that. They would probably be like, no, it's reading manga. You can't read anime. That doesn't exist, unless of course you're reading the subtitles. But I mean, we're assuming that you're not. Books. Oh, sorry, my battery almost. I'm still recording. Yeah, okay, I'm still recording. So my battery's almost dead. I got like 10% left, but alright, whatever. Okay, so apparently these are CDs. It's the first time I've actually seen anime CDs. I don't know, would that be considered anime or manga? I don't know. Let's say anime CDs, whatever. Soundtracks and things like that. Which, of course, we can check out, blah, blah, blah. Got a lot of, yeah, again, books. And then here is a little corner for all these tiny little memorabilia and things like that. So yeah, Japanese manga store. Now you know. Oh yeah, and these things are also pretty common as well. They're like, well, vending machines. But you get like, well, here, I'll show you. Like these balls or things like that, and you open them and you have like, you know, little manga memorabilia. Instead of gumballs, they actually just sell manga memorabilia here. So that's kind of cool. Or anime memorabilia. You know what I mean. All right, so that's the station right there. Now I'm not really going to show you much about the station because, well, the station itself, it's, you know, kind of a bit boring. You have a couple of, well, I don't know. Well, okay, you know what, I'll go in there. Just kind of show you. And you're probably blinded by the sun right now, so I'm going to turn around again. Okay. This would be Main Street. Here. That would be the main street. Not quite sure what's down here, but it's stuff. So, I don't know. Let's go to the first stoplights and then walk back. Okay. Okay, so we're starting to get into the station now. You can tell because it's JR. Now, JR is pretty much the main provider of trains well, actually everywhere in Japan. Now, this is what the station looks like. Okay, now I'll go through each part, of course. The reason why there's actually a the reason why there's actually a separation, right? This plastic thing is because you need to actually, check in, right? Now, what we've been doing, we've actually been using JR rail passes. Now, those are used for about 2 weeks, and you can travel literally almost anywhere, with these, just with these passes. And that means high speed, that means normal trains, all that stuff. Now, these are then the check-in things, right? This is how you check in, as that person is doing right there. There you go. Quite simple. You just gotta show it, and bang, you're off. That is the manual ticket checker. That's what you actually need to go through if you use a JR pass or JR rail pass, because otherwise you can't really do it. Like the scanners here, they don't work with those, so you need to actually show it to the conductor and say, okay, you can go through, and then you're done. So this is a ticket office. Now, the thing about a ticket office, it's quite simple, and these are automatic ticket offices. But the thing about a ticket office is because you can actually have reservations. The way that trains work here, there are two types of seats. There's reserved tickets, the reserved seats, and non-reserved seats. Now, non-reserved seats are, your average run-of-the-mill tickets, where you literally just get on. Hopefully there's enough room, and if there's not enough room, you just stand there. Reserved seats takes a little bit of time, probably also a little bit of money, I don't know. But at least you have a seat for your journey on that particular train. So that's kind of nice, because then you don't need to worry, oh, maybe someone will take my seat or something like that. You can kind of take it nice and relaxed, which is very handy, especially if you're going on something like a Shinkansen. Now, a Shinkansen is actually it's the name for the high-speed trains. There's a couple of Shinkansens. Let's see if I can get a photo of one. I saw one earlier. Now, this is not a Shinkansen station, so you can't actually use high-speed trains. But, oh, here we go. Okay, so there you go. Now, you see this one? That's a Shinkansen. Now, there are different types of Shinkansens, but they kind of all look like that. Very weird, elongated, and bullet-shaped. That's probably why they're also bullet trains, right? So, a view of the station. Okay, as my last recording, you know what? Let's go look at a convenience store. Now, this is not a 7-Eleven, but 7-Eleven is very popular here. And well, I mean, there's no 7-Eleven in this particular. Hello. There's no particular 7-Eleven in this station, but in the bigger stations, usually there is. So, let's see. What do we got? We have, well, a lot of strong drink. This is actually sake in a jar. Now, sake is pretty much just as strong as vodka. I had some. It's not bad, actually. It's not bad. but I had it on an empty stomach, so it made me a little like, woo. So, now you got, of course, your drinks. These are all your cold drinks, of course, which actually I have quite a lot of them. Funny thing is, I don't see Red Bull. Oh wait, no, never mind. I lie. I do see Red Bull. I see Monster. There you go. I see Tropicana. Right there. And of course, a lot of iced teas and things like that. Unfortunately, no Nestea or no Brisk or anything like that. These are all your prepared and ready baked goods. Now you have pancakes in here, which are actually 2 pancakes pressed together, and then you have like maple syrup and butter in between them. I had a couple and I was like, okay, that's interesting. Here's a double pack of them. And a couple of other things which I have no idea what the heck they are. Preserved meats, preserved fish as well. And these are very, very good. These are actually rice balls. Or, well, pretty much rice wrapping some sort of meat, and the rice itself is usually wrapped in seaweed. And it's awesome. It tastes so good. I love it. You got some sushi as well. Egg, as you can see right there. Egg is a very big thing here. Egg is a very big thing. They love to do things like omelets and things like that. Here are all the instant noodles. Instant noodles are, well, since noodles are so big, instant noodles have a very big standard in convenience stores. Some chips. Pretty sure there's also some Pocky, or at least Pocky-like things here. I have not actually had Pocky. I don't really get the thing with Pocky. It doesn't even taste that great. But, oh well, maybe it's just because, you know, it's different, it's new, so. But yeah, they do actually sell Pocky here. Right here. There we go. Pocky in a convenience store. There you go. Here's some new chocolates, things like that. Same thing over here. Now, they do actually have a couple of the classics. Man, I can't talk today. You got the Snickers right there. You got Kit Kat right there. Let's see what else I can find. Oh, you got Oreo. Oreo bars. Okay, that's new, but yeah, have Oreo here. You got Ritz. More Oreo. Let me see. And a lot of other new things. Haribo as well. That's kind of cool. That's more of a European brand, but I suppose you can find it in America. On the counter, usually you can find things like heated fish fingers, chicken fingers and things like that. In this particular thing right there, I think those are dumplings. Behind there are, well, the typical things, you know, cigarettes and things like that. Let's see, what else? I mean, it's not, you know, kind of what you'd expect from the back of or the front of a convenience store. You got your iced coffee is here. Starbucks is actually pretty big here. There are a lot of Starbucks here, which for some people is really good. I don't know, I don't really like Starbucks, so whatever. You also have your office supplies apparently in here. So you got your papers, you got your pens, you got your notebooks, some sort of weird penguin in the corner there, not quite sure why. And you got your magazines and things like that. Now, I do actually want to give you a warning. Some of these magazines, let's say this, they're not your typical magazine, right? You know what? That's all I'm gonna say. They're not your typical magazine. You know, and I'll allow you to imagine what you could possibly find in that. So that's all I'm saying about that. So that's kind of your typical convenience store. This one's a little bit on the small side, but it gives a pretty good estimation of what a convenience store really looks like. So. And that's pretty much it, guys. Tomorrow I'm leaving again. It is almost the 3rd of January. I am gonna be honest, I was a little apprehensive of coming here. I mean, it's so far away. It takes like 12 hours to travel from Frankfurt to Tokyo, and that is like all the way skipping over pretty much the Eurasia continent, or continent, sort of, I suppose. I don't know anymore. But you know, that giant piece of land, Russia, India, China, things like that. It takes like 12 hours to fly over, and it's so far away. I have an 8-hour time difference between here and where I usually live. So it's pretty big. Excuse me, I just had some gum. Apparently it makes me burp. I don't know. Anyway, so that's. But I mean, even so, I must say I'm still gonna miss this place because it's so incredible. It is so awesome. I mean, it's beautiful and technologically advanced and different, and they have great food, and they have some awesome birds. I went bird watching for the last 2 days, and I saw some really nice species, some things I didn't even know existed. And you know what? It was so cool. It was so cool. I was so happy. And I must say, it's it's weird because usually in vacation you don't imagine things running around, yourself running around, especially not during the holidays. But it definitely got my mind off of a lot of work. It made me think about a lot of things. It gave me the opportunity to do so as well. So that was very, very nice. And man alive, it was just awesome. It was awesome. So anyway, this is pretty much the end of the vlog. Thank you all so much for whoever actually followed. And you know what? When I'm back, I need to see what my schedule is like. But I'm going to try to actually make time now to make these episodes because VGC 2016 came out, and if I don't, stay on top of that, I mean, what good is my channel? So I want to actually, I want to do that. So I'll try to make as much time as I can. But anyway, so that's in the future. I hope you guys have had an excellent, a fantastic break. And you know what? I'm interested to see what this year has to bring. All right, and I think rather fitting, I suppose, to end it all. Look, it's a little Pikachu. It's a little Pikachu. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Hey, I'll see you guys later. And I wish everyone on the opposite side of the screen a very pleasant day. Goodbye!